Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2014 NRMA Kennedy Awards for Excellence in New South Wales Journalism. Please give it up for Mr. Mitchell Anderson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Kennedy Awards. Is everybody happy? Give me a ticket for an airplane. I ain't got time to take no fast train. Oh, the lonely days are gone. I'm coming home, yeah. Well, my baby, she wrote me a letter. I don't care how much I gotta spend. Wanna find my way back home again. Oh, the lonely days are gone. I'm coming home, yeah. Well, my baby, she wrote me a letter. Hey! Well, she wrote me a letter. Said that she can't live without me no more. Listen to me, mister. Listen to me raving for my baby once more. Anyway, give me a ticket for an airplane. I ain't got time to take no fast train. Oh, the lonely days are gone. I'm coming home, yeah. Well, my baby, she wrote me a letter. Come on, Saxton. Ticket for an airplane. I ain't got time to take no fast train. Oh, the lonely days are gone. I'm coming home, yeah. Well, my baby, she wrote me a letter. Let me hear you singing it. My baby wrote me a letter. My baby wrote me a letter. My baby wrote me a letter. My baby wrote, my baby she 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 wrote me, my baby she wrote me, my baby she wrote me, my baby she wrote me. Come on, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our hosts for the 2014 NRMA Kennedy Awards, Miss Ellen Fanning and Mr. Warren Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2014 NRMA Kennedy Awards for Excellence in New South Wales Journalism. This year, 2 days away from the 3rd anniversary of Les Kennedy's death, the awards in his honour have completed, as they say around Randwick, a stunning trifecta. And what began as a celebration of Les's life at the Cowrie Foreshore Hotel 3 winters ago has now become an annual glittering feature of the New South Wales events calendar. So thank you all very much for your wonderful support.
And this year, for the first time, the awards are for the benefit of the Kennedy Foundation, an official charity now registered in Les Kennedy's name to operate a benevolent fund for media professionals in hardship. In a tough, relentless and at times unforgiving industry, the Kennedy Foundation is our profession's new safety net. The foundation will be there to help any of us in need. Our motto is compassion in confidence, providing discreet but crucial support, whether through illness, unexpected tragedy, addiction or unemployment. The foundation will be there to care.
And the Kennedy Foundation also provides us an opportunity to give back to the wider community, so we are proud to confirm the ongoing commitment to the children's cancer charity Red Kite. And you too can help tonight by taking part in our Red Kite raffle, and this is the part where you need to listen about the raffle. All right, to my right is a bidding box. Is there really, Siobhan? There's a hypothetical bidding box. For the ANZ Stadium silent auction. Now, the prize is very good. It's a private box for 10 at Australia's Stadium, and that awaits the highest bidder tonight. After the 2012 Kennedy Awards, we're able to raise a six-figure sum for the Charlie Perkins Trust, celebrating Les Kennedy's Indigenous heritage, and that helps students and young people in their pursuit of academic excellence. And support for all these charities form really just a part of Les Kennedy's legacy. The example he set for other younger journalists with his passion and his tenacity and his hunger for a scoop strikes at the heart of why we're all here tonight.
When the tears are in your eyes and you can't find the way, it's hard to make believe you're happy when you're brave. Baby, when you're feeling like you'll never see the morning light, come to me, baby, you'll see who loves you free.
Please welcome a legend of Sydney crime reporting and a great mate of Les Kennedy's, Steve the Barrat Barrett, and Les's co-author of Granny Killer, and his dear friend, Mr. Mark Whittaker.
As the late Les Kennedy would tell me almost on a daily basis, crime reporting can be a very rewarding and exciting field of journalism. I know, for more than 30 years I lived it with him. No one should ever forget that a simple crime story, a break-and-enter, turned into one of the world's biggest stories, the Watergate scandal. In crime reporting, you put yourself at the grassroots of journalism and tackle the world front on.
The nominees for the Les Kennedy Award for Outstanding Crime Reporting: Cara Meldrum-Hanna, Deb Masters and Mary Fallon, ABC Four Corners; Linton Besser, Janine Cohen and Mario Christodoulou, ABC Four Corners; Jodie Duffy, the Illawarra Mercury.
The winners are Cara Meldrum-Hanna, Deb Masters and Mary Fallon, Four Corners ABC.
When the police and the justice system failed two country families who'd lost a daughter and a son in almost inexplicable circumstances, the Four Corners team, led by Cara Meldrum-Hanna, took up the story. Their distressing report took viewers into the family's world of bewilderment, grief and quiet rage.
What do you believe Eliza deserves? Justice.
It's a real honour to win this award for all of us. I speak for all of us here in the name of the great Les Kennedy. This story ultimately was about the pursuit of justice, and to do that, parents had to relive the most tremendously awful moment of their lives, which was the moment that they lost their two children. Thank you firstly to Deb Masters, peerless producer at the ABC. She's incredible. To Mary Fallon, a researcher, she got this story to the screen. It was her that fought to get this on air. To the camera crew, firstly Neil Maud, Richard McDermott and Jeff Lai. Our brilliant editor, Simon Brynjolfsson, assistant editor and unsung hero, James Bray. To Mark Bannerman for his clear head and to Sue Spencer, our fearless leader, executive producer, who encourages us always to make television with head and heart. And finally, to the parents of Eliza and Will, Andrew and Katrina Wannon, and Lee, Dalton and Gerard Brown. You believe that your children deserve better, and you were right. Thank you.
To present the Paul Lockyer Award for Outstanding Regional Broadcast Journalism, please welcome Paul's son, Mr. Nick Lockyer, Marie and Jamie Lockyer.
Yeah, it marks 3 years since Dad, Gary and John died Monday week. And, you know, we still love Dad and miss him more than ever. That's why it's such a great honour to be up here with Mum and Jamie to present this award in his name. He loved the bush. He loved everything about it. He loved the landscape, loved the isolation, but most of all, he loved the people, and he loved bringing their stories to everyone across Australia. So with that being said, these are the nominees for the Paul Lockyer Award for Outstanding Regional. Catherine Clifford from ABC Tamworth, Amy Phillips from Prime 7 News in Lismore, and Sally Block from ABC 7:30 Report.
And the winner is Amy Phillips, Prime 7 News, Lismore.
Amy Phillips balanced her demands as a solo operator in the Prime 7 Lismore Bureau to lead the pack on a national flashpoint for gas exploration.
This might be their closing ceremony, but it's not the end of the Bentley legacy. The story born here proving an inspiration around the world.
In the true spirit of Paul Lockyer, Amy's coverage of the Bentley blockade was the catalyst for major attention from the national media and defied political and corporate pressure to back off.
Thanks everyone. I really was not expecting this at all, so there's nothing prepared, but it's a real honour to be here, standing here. Coming from a small town and reporting in a regional area, I suppose you don't expect to end up on the stage at Royal Randwick, but here I am. And I'm from Byron Bay, so I'm wearing shoes, which is good, but thanks. It's all very different. I guess you're only as good as the story that's in front of you, and this story was just so inspiring to cover, and the people of the Northern Rivers and the community where I report are just amazing, so I'm privileged to have brought their story to the state and national and international agenda, I suppose, and it's a real honour, so thanks everyone. I think that's all I've got to say.
What's in the Daily News? I'll tell you what's in the Daily News. Story about a guy who bought his wife a small blue weed with what otherwise would have been his union dues. That's what's in the Daily News. What's happening all over?
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the Chris Watson Award for Outstanding Regional Newspaper Reporting, please welcome Editor of the Newcastle Herald, Mr. Chad Watson.
Chris Watson was editor of the Newcastle Herald, I think, 3 times during a stellar 40-year career. He was a great man, and an even better journalist. I now sit in the seat, so it's a great privilege of mine to present this award. While I must underline that it's for regional journalism, that's geography is by no means a measure of this award. The nominees are Robert Dillon from the Newcastle Herald, Nigel McNay from the Border Mail, Jodie Duffy from the Illawarra Mercury, and the winner, someone who is fearless and has tackled the biggest story in town, Robert Dillon from the Newcastle Herald.
Robert Dillon was bullied and belittled in his own backyard, but ethically and courageously stuck to his job in the interests of his readers, reporting what was actually happening despite the smokescreens and heat. It takes a journalist of substance to endure such pressure over a sustained period, especially in a regional community with nowhere to hide. An outstanding effort.
I'd just like to thank the judges and the organisers for all the hard work they've done putting on this great event. I was lucky enough to work with Chris Watson for 20 years, so it means a great deal to me. It's a real honour to collect this award. I'd like to thank Chad and everyone I work with at the Newcastle Herald, especially my sports editor Kevin Cranston and the boys on the sport department. I'd like to thank my wife and my family. They'll be very proud. And I'd like to thank Nathan Tinkler and wish him all the best at ICAC.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the Australian Turf Club's Rod Allen Award for New South Wales Racing Writer of the Year, please welcome Racing Minister, the Honourable Troy Grant, and ATC Chairman Mr Michael Crismail, and Racing New South Wales CEO Mr Peter V'landys.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. On behalf of the board and the staff of the Australian Turf Club, I'm proud to welcome you here tonight to this world-class iconic venue, Royal Randwick Racecourse. Tonight, as we honour so many talented individuals, we also pause to remember a wonderful colleague and friend of so many people in this room, Rod Allen. May I also make mention of two special guests here with us tonight, his mum and dad, Diane and Dave. We extend a very warm welcome to you both. Rod Allen rose to the top of the media tree here in Sydney, from humble beginnings as a copy boy at News through to senior editorial roles at Fairfax, forging a reputation not only as a great journalist, leader, mentor and manager, but also as a very fine human being. In the later part of his career, Rod shared that talent and wisdom as he worked for the Australian Turf Club while we undertook major change with the merger. And he was also with the Western Sydney Wanderers, who were on their own early journey to success as new entrants in football's A-League. Journalism and those who met and worked with Rod are all better for knowing him. And so it gives us great pleasure and pride to support the Rod Allen Award for Racing Writer of the Year.
The winner is Christian Nicolosi.
Christian Nicolosi's moving trilogy after the sudden death of leading Sydney trainer Guy Walter included the emotional first interview with wife Wendy Walter at the Warwick Farm property where he collapsed with a massive heart attack. There were the mixed emotions of Wendy leading in a stable double at Guy's home track Goulburn just 3 days after his funeral, and the final interview in which Wendy announces the closure of the Walter stables.
Thanks very much. I'm very nervous. I was hoping I'd lose so I wouldn't have to make a speech. I just want to thank the Kennedys. As Warren referred, or made mention before, I'm a Kennedy's virgin. But here at Royal Randwick, this is the first time I've actually been able to cut loose and have a few beers. I'm usually working. So the racing industry, it's done it tough this year. We've had a couple of deaths with Nathan Berry, a popular jockey that lost his life earlier this year, and then of course with Guy Walter passing 6 weeks later. It's been a pretty tough time. With Wendy Walter, with this story, I went out there and interviewed her 4 days after Guy's passing, and I was worried. She was either going to slam the door in my face or let me in, and she gave me some lovely words about the man who we still miss to this day. So to the Kennedys, again, I appreciate this award. The Daily Telegraph, a great team. They love their racing, as does the men behind me that make racing such a great sport to work in. And I've got to make special mention of Ray Thomas, my racing boss. Like Guy Walter, he never had an enemy, nor does Ray Thomas. And he lets me do what I want to do. So thanks very much.
I'd like to thank the Australian Turf Club for their support of this award and call Peter V'landys, the CEO of New South Wales Racing, to read out the nominees for the Turf Rider of the Year.
Thank you, Minister. The nominees are Greg Berrup from The Australian, Patrick Galloway, ABC TV, and Andrew Bensley, Sky Racing.
And the winner is Greg Berrup.
Greg Berrup told the heart-wrenching story of little-known Wyong track rider and former jockey Mick Maloney, a virtually homeless battler, killed by a train while taking a shortcut across the tracks near Wyong Racecourse. Greg's account of the tragedy, witnessed by Mick's two young sons, took readers to a place far removed from the glamour often associated with the sport of kings.
I sat next to Les for 2 years at the Sydney Morning Herald, and I think I deserve this just for that. Thank you.
I might ask you to welcome to the stage Mr. John Flannery, the son of the late legendary Sean Flannery, and Sean's widow Julie Flannery, to present the Outstanding Radio Reporting Award. Make them welcome.
I just want to say that Sean was a great journalist. He loved getting a story in a pub. And I really feel privileged for those nights he eventually made it home.
Need I say more? Straight up the nominees: Catherine Clifford, ABC Tamworth, Natalie Peters, 2GB, and Cherie McDonald, ABC.
So the winner is Natalie Peters.
If they were handing out medals for radio reporting, Natalie Peters would be winning gold thanks to her superb coverage of the Sochi Winter Olympics. It was a Herculean effort from Peters, from raising sponsors for 2GB's coverage to breaking news in hourly bulletins and across the programming schedule.
Rockoff is the Australian team's only openly gay athlete and an ambassador for a campaign challenging Russia's stance on homosexual rights, but the Victorian hasn't protested during competition.
I'm going to take the chance when the games are over.
Peters was a powerhouse. Her versatility, live ability and news values would do Sean Flannery proud.
There was something in everything about you. Oh, baby,
Hello from Glasgow. So sorry I can't be there with you to celebrate the Kennedys. It's always such a great night. I just want to say thank you to the organisers and the judges for considering me for such an amazing honour. To get an award in the name of Sean Flannery, especially one of the greats of breaking news, is certainly humbling. I've had some great opportunities, not only Sochi but now again at Glasgow, and for that I want to say thank you to my news director NRMA and also to 2GB for backing such a great newsroom at the centre of the station. To my colleagues, I miss you. I hope you're having a great time, and thank you for making 2GB such a fun and amazing place to work. Have a great night at the Kennedys. I'm going to go have some haggis and iron brew to celebrate here in Scotland.
any kind of fool can say that there was something, everything about you.